Alright, so I've been staring at this schematic for hours and days, it seems, and I went through the 5-volt rail of the power supply. I replaced the 5-volt voltage regulator. I followed it to CN503 where it comes in on the chassis board, and I followed it through the filter cap for the 5-volt, which is this guy right here. Comes in, it's tied to this small resistor, this cap right here. I've checked all the caps that 5 volts is coming through because I've seen that a lot of these vertical circuits are driven off 5 volts. So we also have Q2501, and if you follow that, it is tied to vertical size here. If we follow it, come down, it comes right into the collector leg of that small surface transistor. So it's an NPN transistor, and I got a test lead soldered to the collector. I went through this whole area above the sync IC. I pulled every one of them caps out, reflowed all the small surface mount components. There was a couple caps I replaced just for the hell of it. The ESR on the old ones wasn't bad, but I don't know, I'm just grasping at straws here. So 5-volt rail, it's all good to go. So let's see what happens. All right, what I did up to this point is absolute insanity. Full recap of the deflection side of the board. Full reflow, top and bottom of the deflection side of the board. Checked ESR of every capacitor. Checked polarity of every capacitor. Changed the sync IC. Changed some more capacitors around the sync IC. Replaced capacitors around the Micon chip. Replaced capacitors around the vertical hold IC. And I just been staring at the schematics. It's not horrible because I'm using this particular monitor to really learn to troubleshoot and read these schematics and learn my oscilloscope. And I've been looking at all the vertical circuits, and I noticed that they all run off the 5-volt rail. And I also knew my power board was only outputting 4.8 volts. So I replaced the voltage regulator. I checked both caps that the 5 volts runs through before it leaves the power board. I checked all the caps on the chassis board that the 5-volt rail comes in on. I pulled resistors out of circuit, caps out of circuit. I pulled about 10 caps on top of the sync IC that were in the way because there was a bunch of surface mount components. So I pulled all those caps out so I could reflow those tiny little surface mount components. I swapped a couple of the caps out that I pulled, and here we are. I fired it up. I thought it was running stable. Vertical image was stable for about 5 minutes, and it's a lot better, but you can see it's still got that vertical issue. It's not as bad, it's not as often, but I'm witnessing it probably once every 15-20 seconds. And who knows, it'll probably drift back to where it's horrible again. So, I don't fucking know at this point. I did run a test lead off of Q2501, and that's what we have a test lead to. So let's see what the hell we got here. Not even sure why it's still a 15 kilohertz signal when it should be dealing with the vertical circuit. Back to the drawing board, I guess. Yep, there it goes. It's gotta be that vertical size circuit, because the size is increasing and decreasing. Son of a